Just one quick little note. I use the Election Commission and election management body interchangeably with EMB, so just to avoid confusion as I do. Okay, so I'm Sarah Moulton. I'm the ICT program manager at IFES, and I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about us and the work that we're trying to do with election to open up their data, something that's probably a long time coming. A lot of people. So IFES, International Foundation for Electoral Systems, we are here a hot desk member based in fortunately in the city, formerly at K Street, but our specialty. Mostly we provide technical assistance to election officials, so we work throughout all phases of the electoral process, start to finish, pre-electoral, post-electoral, to build capacity and make sure that it's fair and true. We also do a lot of work with underrepresented communities, so we do a lot of work with persons with disabilities, take them more into the process. Also gender, that's a big focus, ethnic minority population, so they're often excluded from the electoral process. We do a lot of survey-based research as well, field studies, pre and post election opinion surveys, and try to integrate that feedback to our work with elections. And also, open data is part of this. They have, election management bodies have a lot of data. A lot of it just sits there, doesn't really do anything, it's collected or it's sitting in a paper somewhere. And we think that we should be getting it out to broader lots of populations. What are we talking about? Polling station locations, election results, voter registration information, procurement of election material, how much does it cost, contracted it, boundaries, campaign finance data. A lot of EMBs have websites. Often the data is not very accessible. It's published in a PDF format. I can't even really tell. Something's important in there. I don't know what. So there's ways that we could improve what we're doing. And why do this now? Well, it increases transparency, accountability, builds trust among electoral stakeholders for sharing, for receiving, they're giving feedback, and also helps the EMB in terms of process. Unofficially trendy, there's money for it. It seems as I just saw from USA forecast. The tech-savvy youth kind of want it and they're asking for it, and people often are like, you should do this. Why not? Well, there's a lot of reasons. I think a lot of people in this room in particular know how difficult it is to get governments to do any sort of change in terms of process and procedure. That's definitely the case in this space, particularly without a lot of clear regulation, particularly the legal framework. Who's responsible for it? What aspects of it are we required, or the EMB required to report on versus not? Is the broader government responsible for it? I don't know. Protecting personally identifiable information. This is key with voter registration data as well. We've had some breaches recently, not we, but generally, in Mexico and the Philippines and the US. So try and make sure that information is safe. Also, a lot of places we work, they're not connected on the internet very well, broadly speaking. So how do you get that information out to them if really most population? Also, this is key. A lot of EMB officials may not even have an email address. They don't, computers, that's what other people use. They don't really understand why or what is data, much less why it's open or closed. So that's a challenge. So what I briefly wanted to mention is the work we're doing a case study right now on the Burkina Faso elections from November 2015. And it was the first election that had been held since the coup, and the first probably more competitive election in maybe 27 years. So there were a lot of the election commission there. Really was important to them to make sure that it was seen as credible and that they were credible in conducting it. So there was a collaboration with many stakeholders, observation groups, the media, NGOs, worked together to build this transmission process. The data came from the counting centers, went up to the capital. They had the different members of the open election, I think it's the Burkina Open Data Initiative, working on it, published the results, got it out within 24 hours. The results found this time in West Africa, but that came out, and without the sort of argument, I guess is the word. So what's next, we're working on several different tools, trying to collaborate with different organizations working in the space and try to make things more easy and transparent. So anyway, thank you very much.
So thank you so much. Again, we just had Sarah from IFES, Kelly from SimLab, and Paige from Development Gateway. If we can just give them another huge round of applause. That was